Hey YouTube, it's AdamX20 and technically it's a new day. It's awfully early in the morning. It's about 5:38 here. But I'm working on some new map code. One of my biggest problems with the map has always been the way I'm working with cells. I like the idea of the cells that I have right now, and I want to try and utilize that idea in a new fashion. So I got some code here. I actually just want to put this up and just have you watch me start up the software. And if I'm not mistaken here, this is going to work out really great. So I'm going to shut off my light here so you can see this. And oh God forbid a flat screen on 3D. So I'm just going to start up the software here and enter. Now I'm running on a studio hybrid, so it does take a little bit of time, but there it is. Okay, so you see all these images right here. This is actually 10,000 images drawn onto the background. Oh, I can't even find them. 10,000 images. And this is about the amount of lag I get. Now I'm not really afraid of, you know, scrolling out so far and seeing the grid disappear like I was, because this is a really great amount of efficiency, and people are going to look. I think people will look more at the images themselves than the grid lines that are missing. So this is a 10,000 by 10,000 grid. And yeah, I'm getting some errors over there, not a big deal. I will drop a texture on this badass, and boom, that'll still work. And then I will scroll all the way out, and you can see this is immense. This is an immense map. This is huge, and there are really 10,000 dead wizards. That's the name of my new metal song. I made that. You can't have it. 10,000 dead wizards. 10,000 unless you're Deathclock. And then you can have it. 10,000 dead wizards. And there they are, all frickin' a line across this 10,000 by 10,000 map. So I think this is going to work, and if I'm not mistaken, all I'm doing is capturing the draw foreground and draw background methods. And the reason I want to capture those, and I've captured those in the past, is because they receive the painter that the map view, the Q graphic view uses to paint the scene. So I can just capture an already created painter and draw pix maps with it. And this is really important. This is a really important milestone for me, because this is 10,000 images, and what I have to do that is, because they're on the background layer, the grid layer needs to be on top of them. So because they're on the background layer, I wanted to go through all of the background images and iterate through those to draw those, and it looks like I'll be able to do it just fine. It really does. So it's iterating through 10,000 keys inside a dictionary and drawing those, and that's the amount of lag I'm getting on this little Dell Studio Hybrid over here. You can see it right there behind my monitor. So it's really efficient. And again, if I'm not mistaken, just because it's just re-implementing the draw background and draw foreground methods, which occur every time the screen is painted, I'm not losing the actual Q graphics pix map items. You know, I'll still be able to capture those. All these are pix maps. Now, if that's the way it is, I lose those. That's nonsense. That really is nonsense. But I guess no, I don't. I guess I don't know. I don't think that's how it works. You know, they're the actual images. I guess we'll find out later. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is an enormous change in the way the map is going to work. It's going to be far better than it currently is. And then what I'm going to do with the effects, because I want to keep that process. I'm going to create an object called cell00. And basically what that is it's going to be the top leftmost cell. And that's going to be for, I'll probably use that in a future map too when it's infinite. Then what I'll be able to do is, okay, so cell 0, 0 is going to be at the zeroth. It's 0, 0. I can move my pix map there and it'll be 0, 0. But cell 1, 0 will be cell size times 1, cell size times 0. And that's how it'll work. And I'll do the same thing with the hex grid and the isometric grid, which are already created. And let's see here. But for this next map, I'm not going to be using the corner anymore. It disappoints me, you know. I have to try and explain, oh no, you have to use the corner. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the center of the image. It gives a more intuitive feel, you know. You want to place the image right there, then you place it there. At least that's how I see it. That's what I've been going for before, I was going for before, but I just set it at 0, 0. So to do that, I'll find the center of the image probably and find some way to pin that to the center of the cell. So cell 0, 0 will actually be in a square grid half of the cell size. Half of the cell size, half of the cell size. Now, this is really interesting. All I'm doing here is I'm using a Q image to create a texture for the map, and that's the cell grids. And I have the isometric cells and the hexagon cells already done. And it was really easy, and I got to reuse some of my older code because with Q image I can create a new painter which accepts the Q image I created, and then the Q painter will paint directly to that image. It's fabulous. This is great. I wish I would have known of this before. So yeah, this is what's got me going today at 5:45 in the morning. But I gotta be up early anyways, so no big deal. So early video, just me being excited. Not really knowing what I'm talking about. I might have made a mistake in there. Hopefully I didn't. And this is not a video where I have to come back and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. If it is, I'll do it tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.